You've seen the red balloon, you've heard the creepy laugh, but have you ever wondered who really is Pennywise the dancing clown? Why does he wake up every 27 years to feast on children? And what's the terrifying truth behind the name it? Welcome to Evil Breakdown, the series where we uncover the darkest origins of horror's most terrifying villains. Today, we dive into the twisted cosmic tale of Pennywise. And trust me, this is not just a clown story. This is nightmare fuel. Let's start with the name it. Sounds simple, right? But this name isn't lazy. It's disturbingly accurate. Pennywise isn't just a character, it's a shape-shifting ancient cosmic entity. A being so alien, so unknowable, that there's no real name to describe it. That's why it's referred to using a pronoun it. Think of it this way. If you saw a cloud of darkness crawling out of your wall or a giant spider speaking your name in your mind, what would you even call that? You'd say, "What is it?" And that's the point. It could be anything. In fact, the creature's only known to us by what it chooses to appear as most famously a clown. But the clown is just the mask. The monster behind it, that's where the real horror begins. The true form of it is something called the Deadlights, an incomprehensible storm of glowing, swirling energy that drives anyone who looks at it insane. It exists outside our universe, in a place called the Macroverse, an ancient cosmic dimension older than time. Millions of years ago, this entity crash-landed on Earth long before humans walked the planet. It buried itself deep underground, in the spot that would eventually become the town of Derry, Maine. It slept there for centuries until it sensed life. And when it woke up, it needed to feed. But not on just anything. It feeds on fear. That's what gives it power. That's what sustains it. Fear is its fuel. Every 27 years, it awakens. The town of Derry becomes a hunting ground. Children go missing, horrors unfold, and then it sleeps again. But why 27 years? That number isn't random. In Stephen King's universe, cycles and patterns matter. It's suggested that the creature needs time to hibernate, regain strength, and allow a new generation of children to grow fresh, innocent, and full of fear. What's even creepier, the town of Derry forgets. People look the other way. Murders and disappearances get swept under the rug. It's almost like the entire town is under a trance, or worse, complicit in the evil. Some fans believe Derry is cursed by Pennywise or even protected by him so long as the town stays silent. Now here's the big question. Why a clown? The answer is chilling in its simplicity. Clowns are meant to entertain, to attract kids. They're colorful, loud, and disarming. But there's something off about them too. That's why so many people fear clowns in real life. It's called coulrophobia. Pennywise uses this to his advantage. When a circus came to Derry long ago, he saw how easily kids were drawn to clowns. So he adapted, shapeshifted, and became the clown. It was the perfect disguise, fun on the outside, death on the inside. And over time, that form became his favorite. Even when he could be anything, your worst nightmare, your dead brother, a giant spider, he often chooses to be the dancing clown. But why children? Why not adults? It's simple. Kids are easier to scare. Their minds are wild with imagination. Their fears are vivid, and they haven't learned to question reality. A shadow in the corner, a voice from the drain, a clown in the dark. For a child, that's terrifying. For an adult, maybe not. And remember, it doesn't just eat flesh, it salts the meat. That means terrifying the victim first, making them scream, making them break down. The more fear, the more delicious the soul. Pennywise says it himself. You all taste so much better when you're afraid. That's why he targets the young. They're the tastiest prey. Now here's where things get even more bizarre. Pennywise isn't the only ancient being in King's universe. There's another entity, one of light and wisdom, called Macroverse, the giant space turtle. Yes, really. In King's mythology, Macroverse is the spiritual opposite of it. He created the universe by vomiting it out. And no, we're not joking. The two beings represent the eternal balance of good and evil. And the battle between them? It's what sets the stage for the events of IT. The Losers Club, the kids who fight Pennywise, are unknowingly aided by the turtle. But even the turtle can't do everything. At some point, it's up to the humans to face their fears and defeat evil. Pennywise wasn't born in a vacuum. In fact, part of his character was inspired by a real-life monster, John Wayne Gacy. Gacy was a serial killer in the 1970s who dressed up as a clown for children's parties while committing horrific crimes in secret. His case shocked the world. That terrifying link between childhood innocence and hidden evil was exactly what Stephen King needed to create a villain that would haunt readers and viewers for decades. And it worked. Pennywise became an icon of horror, not just because of the blood and scares, but because of what he represents, the fear of what hides beneath the surface. So the next time you see a red balloon floating alone, you might want to run. Because Pennywise could be watching, and if he is, it's already too late. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the twisted world of Pennywise, hit that like button and comment below which horror villain should I break down next in Evil Breakdown. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying truths. Until next time, float safe.